So today we shall study on the adrenergic receptor antagonists. So now first, as you can see from the book, that this is the chart which they have given. Okay, so from that we will try to find out some mnemonics so that we can learn it easier. So first, let's write alpha adrenergic antagonists. So please guys bear with my handwriting because it's not that good, so please bear with it. Now this alpha adrenergic agonists are of two types. So one is the competitive type and another one is non-competitive type. So if we can group it them, then one is competitive, another one is non-competitive. So now competitive can also be said as equilibrium type, and non-competitive can also be said as non-equilibrium type. Okay, now the basic thing is that there is not much of a differentiation in the non-competitive type, so we will just move on to that at first. So first, the non-competitive type is categorized under a single drug, which it is given over here, the beta halo alkyl amine. So beta halo alkyl amine. Okay, so under this we have one drug which is phenoxybenzamine. Now this thing you will have to remember because this is a really short thing, so in this I won't say any mnemonics. So this you have to remember. This is really easy. So first of all, if you can repeat with me, then first there is non-competitive antagonists. So first under that we have beta halo alkyl amines. Okay, and inside that we have one drug only, which is the phenoxybenzamine. It is done. Now if we come on to the competitive equilibrium or equilibrium type of antagonists, so now this can be divided into two categories. So now one can be non-selective and the other is selective. So now under the selective, as we know that as it is alpha adrenergic antagonist, so alpha receptors we have of two types, so we can group it down into alpha 1 and alpha 2. Now in this alpha 1 and alpha 2 also again we have subtypes of alpha 1 and alpha 2 receptors, as we know that alpha 1 is of alpha 1a, alpha 1b and alpha 1d, and alpha 2 is of alpha 1a, alpha 2a, alpha 2b and alpha 2c. Okay. Now there are some specific drugs according to this which we have already learned in the earlier chapter, but not in so much of detail. So now first the selective ones we will do, then we'll move on to the non-selective type because it is a little complicated. So now first on the selective type we have alpha 1 and alpha 2 blockers. Now this alpha 2 only we have one, okay, which is the yohimbine. So how to remember that? Now basically the word is yohimbine. So we will break it up into yo, him, bin and e. Okay, so you know that it's a funky word. Now according to that we'll group it together with him because yo is done by him. Okay, so basically boys do it, so that's why I'm telling it. Now bin we can refer to as dustbin. Now this is not much of a relevance, but I'm just trying to break up this word so that it is easier for you to understand or remember. So this is yohimbine. Okay, so along with that we'll add e, so it becomes yohimbine. So this is the alpha 2 blocker which we will write over here, yohimbine. Okay, so this is the drug. Now in alpha 1, so in alpha 1 we learned it in the earlier chapter that we have prazosine. Okay, prazosine. So prazosine is one. Now here there are a lot of these. First is prazosine, terazosin, doxazosine, alfuzosin, and tamsulosin and silodosin. Now for this I have a little mnemonic which you can remember. So from the first letters of all these words, so we get D, P, T, A, T, S. Okay, D, P, T, A, T, S, or you can remember it as SAT also, this ATS wala thing. So now as it is DPT, you know that it is a vaccine. Okay, so from this DPT thing we can make out the words. So first from D we have doxazocin, from P we have prazosine, from T we have tamsulosin, from A we have alfuzosin, from this T again we have terazosin, and this S we have silodosin. Now the thing is that you'll find this very interesting, because now every word has this zosin part with them. Okay, zosin or at least osin with tamsulosin. So like it is very much same kind of a pronunciation, so you will be able to remember it for a long time. So now so you can write it on the alpha 1 thing. Okay, so we have 6, so we'll remember it by the mnemonic DPT, ATS or SAT, whatever you want. Okay, so I especially prefer this ATS thing because it is somewhat related to some army kind of a group in our country to prevent terrorism or something. So whatever it is, I actually prefer this one. Now if we come on to the non-selective part, so non-selective part again we can break it up into several parts. So first we have, so basically there are 4 parts. According to the drugs we have decided to break up into 4 parts. So first we have ergot alkaloids. Now these ergot alkaloids, so from this you'll be able to understand it really cool, in a cool way. First of it, there is ergotamine. So you only have to add this ergot along with amine. Okay, so ergotamine. Then we have again this first word ergot. Then from T we have to add toxin, so ergotoxin. So these are the 2 drugs which can act as non-selective blockers. So after this ergot alkaloids we come on to the hydrogenated ergot alkaloids. Now in this, as we know that hydrogenated means this hydrogen is being added. So now hydrogen is like H2, we can write it as that. So this I am telling for remembering. Okay, now this H2 is like this 2 we can write it as dihydro ergot. Now this now the earlier name we should add again. So dihydro ergotamine and dihydro ergotoxin. So this is very simple to remember, as you know. Then after this we will proceed to imidazoline thing. Okay, now under imidazoline we have only one, which is phentolamine. And the last one is miscellaneous. So like see, these things are only one upon one, so I'm not stressing upon to remember any kind of mnemonic for this, because this you can understand, right? So then the miscellaneous thing is chlorpromazine. So this is chlorpromazine. Now probably it would be easier for you to understand this thing, because now like I know that I have not made it like really simple by making up so many mnemonics, but I think that making up so many mnemonics also will make it harder for you to reproduce all of this in an examination, because you will have a ton of this kind of mnemonics. So I think this is it, because this is not a very big thing, so this would be it for this little thing. So hope you guys understand it. So one more thing I would like to add at the last is that this non-equilibrium type means that it is irreversible. Okay, now when phenoxybenzamine binds to any receptor, if it is alpha 1 receptor, so what will happen is that it will bind to it permanently. So that receptor will not be able to bind with any other substrate or any other catecholamines. Okay. Now after new receptors come up, then only other catecholamines will be able to bind to that receptor. Otherwise, like, this is totally irreversible inhibition or antagonism. Okay. And this equilibrium type means that it can be reversed back. Okay, it is not permanent, and this irreversible thing occurs by formation of covalent bond. Okay. So this thing you should put in mind again. So this was my little review of this alpha adrenergic antagonist. Hope you liked it. Bye.